welcome to Data Center Nation. My name is Ambrose McNevin. Today I'm joined by Michał Redlich, who is the CEO of Fast Group. Fast Group is a systems integrator, equipment infrastructure supplier, and service provider to the Polish data center market. Michał, welcome.
Thank you for having me. Welcome.
Michał, describe please the 2022 markets and how you see demand in 2023.
I am very excited what is going on the market in Poland. I am very passionate about my job and I enjoy what I do. So having so many opportunities to do what I enjoy is really amazing. 2022 was a very busy. We were awarded with many contracts which are under development. We also contracted many projects for 2023. One of the contracts is very special for me. We are doing it with a big construction company in the consortium, and the value is about 120 million euro. About the verticals. From my perspective, the verticals that are driving the demand are, first, the public sector in Poland, which is going digital very fast. All the government institutions need to store and process the data. Second, is the telecommunication companies. As usual, growing very fast with very high demand, which is also connected to the colocation business, which is the third vertical. Telcos are very visible in the colocation business. For example, T-Mobile, Orange, Play, who acquired UPC and 3S, and Plus as a part of Polsat Group, and many more. We are still in contact with colocation companies as they are our customers, and we know that during COVID, data center space was sold very fast and everybody started new investments. Also, entering the biggest players from the abroad moved our industry very fast. The market is driving also increased energy costs, which pushes all the data centers to modernization and new ones to find the better concepts and design with more modern technologies. Just a few days ago, I had a chat with our customer where we are doing a project in design and build concept. And we found out that by choosing a different type of dry cooler, which is only about 2,000 euro more expensive each, the customer can save about the same amount of money every year. So looking in a period of 10-15 years is a quite good amount of money saved.
So front-ending your capital expenditure is going to lead to operational savings, and it sounds like you use less energy as something that's a very hot topic at the moment.
Yeah.
And I wanted to move on to, these are times of uncertainty. There are economic uncertainties, there are energy uncertainties and some headwinds, yet demand for data centers, as you've outlined, is remaining strong. How is Fast Group meeting that demand?
For sure, we are living in a very interesting times. The first COVID, breaking the supply chains, then a war and a crisis with a huge fluctuation of material prices. That is a lot of challenges. For sure, we live in a VUCA times. But to just make a short picture, Fast Group is a family company and we are not a typical general contractor, as we work very closely with the producers and factories of the UPS, generators, air conditioning, and we are at the same time a general contractor, system integrator, and a product supplier with a factory service. So it gives us a huge advantage and uniqueness on the market. So our position is also very strong because of 32 years history, good financial stability, and fast decision making. I and my father are the only owners, and we also run the business. We both have a technical background with very deep knowledge of what we do and how we do it. And because of it, we can manage all the challenges much better compared to our competitors on the market. We manage to hold the supply chains with our factories. We work very close and keep very good leading times with price stability. For this, we also use the stock in Warsaw when we have about €500,000 in spare parts and also products like UPS or air conditioning. So I would say the last 2 years were really tough and stressful, but I think we passed this test.
And I'm interested in this in the supply chain and whether or not has it actually changed in terms of lead times for sourcing equipment or for sourcing parts. You obviously have very good relationships with your supplier base. And I'm just going to just give me an example or paint me a picture of if some changes that you have experienced, because ultimately you want to source the best equipment. Can it be supplied on time? How does it behave in the field? And and what does the service regime look like around it? Has that changed in any way in the last 18 months? And do you foresee that it will get better?
Yeah, for sure. The biggest problem I think is air conditioning supply of the fans. So we also suffered, of course, the leading times, and sometimes the leading times are much longer than we offered before. So it's a problem. Also, the customer changed their view completely. So I would say that now customers want to make the project much faster. They want to order equipment much faster because they realized how big problems there are. So now everything changed, the game changed, because the customer tried to play with the general contractor in one team to make the data center happen. So for sure, it's sometimes it's tough. We are fighting, we're calling every day our factory, checking the leading times. We had some demanding projects where we need to do it very, very fast. So yeah, it's really fight every day, but I hope it will be better soon.
So you're meeting those challenges. Now, Fast Group is obviously a growing and established company. Where are you investing in skills?
I believe that the biggest lesson we can learn is by doing. So now we mostly learn in new challenging projects because it's always something new happen. You can learn something new. But of course, we cannot let freshmen to manage building a data center. So I remember my journey, when I started my journey in Warsaw Technical University, when I was finishing my engineering degree, and when I write my master thesis about the data center with a description of all systems and standards. And after this, I was working on a service department installing UPS, generators, air conditioning units. So I also gained a lot of deep knowledge of the systems we are offering. But in the company, we encourage and push our people to make trainings. We have certified Uptime Institute people, ATTS, ATD. We also have ANSI 942 standard trainees from EPI, CDCP, CDCS, CTA. But lately, we also invest a lot to deepen our knowledge in the European standard N5600. We see that this standard is the most demanded standard on the market for all government institutions, EU institutions, also for colocation providers. This standard is very complex and requires a lot of knowledge and cleverness to design a data center properly against the standard, but also properly optimized in means of costs. As we have our maintenance teams, we also invest a lot of money for the training of the products, so we can manage all failures and problems the same as the factory does.
Fantastic. Well, Michał from Fast Group, thank you for speaking with Data Center Nation today.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.